So we were at Pulalukwa, which was a great surprise to me for having traveled 15 hours on the bus from Luanda to Benguela, 10 hours, and then 5 hours from Benguela to Lubango, nonstop, all the way from Calendula. So really, when we add up, we did over 2 days, 3 days, 20 hours worth of bus travel. And the surprise was to be at Pulalukwa, a beautiful resort, 5 star. And I was like, thank you. This is so great. This is heaven. They have 60 units on their land, and they own about 200 acres. And the acreage is cultivated with free roaming zebras and impalas. And the 60 units is that instead of having a hotel, one big one, they have a unit for every two people. And it's just beautiful. So everything's encased in your own little unit, and you have your neighbors that are all around you, but you have your own unit. And so I was ecstatic. And we were told that, the zebras are all around in the morning, so, no problem. I was ecstatic. I was like, I can't wait until the animals come out. I'm such an animal person. We get to enjoy a beautiful evening with gourmet food, which was just, again, the food was fantastic. And we spend the night there, and I look out the window, and there are the zebras. They're eating all around. And I'm so excited, and I'm like, oh, zebras. And I hear this kick at the door. And I open the door, and there's zebras standing right by the door eating. And I'm all excited. And I'm like, Job, get the phone. You got to record this. And then this little, it's not a baby zebra, but it was younger. It wasn't as big as the others. Comes forward. And I crawl down on my knees because I know whenever you engage an animal, you come at their level. You don't come standing over them to show that you want to engage them. And I start engaging this zebra, and we're looking at each other, and it was almost like one of the older zebras said, don't do that, and kicked and made the zebra step back and move away. And I'm like, oh, well, maybe next time. And I go, okay. So I close the door, and I'm all excited, and I'm like, but I got to see the zebra, and I got one close and almost talked to me. And so then it was strange. It was like 15 minutes later. Nope, no bang at the door, but I'm like, Job, get the camera. And I opened the door. And there that same zebra was. And I'm on my knees. And I'm looking at the zebra, and I'm just saying, hi, how are you? And I don't know why, but from there, I went into the language of light. We had this connection. We're eye to eye. And I just kept talking in this flow, and I'm looking at the zebra's eyes, and the zebra starts closing his eyes, and then opening, and then closing his eyes. And he's entranced, and I'm entranced, and this connection is taking place. And I've never felt this before, and in my heart I'm going, we're connected, I feel it, I feel it, I feel it. And then the zebra walks over to me, and he puts his nose on my cheek. Then he steps back, and our eyes are connected. And he half closes his, and I half close mine, and we open again. Then he comes over, and he kisses the other cheek. And then I'm talking to him in the language of light, and then he goes, prrr, and he makes this sound. And we're connected. And I've never been connected to an animal like this before. And we have this moment. And then the older zebra comes by again, and he goes, that's enough. And then instead of kicking, he just showed up, and the younger one walks away. And we had this moment. And I'm like, Job, did you get that? And he's like, yes! And I'm like, oh my gosh. And he goes, what were you thinking when you were doing that? What was going through your mind? And I thought about it, and I was like, I wasn't thinking. We just were. We just were. If we took the moment, instead of always thinking that we need to be superior over animals, and we could just enjoy just being. And I go back to Kenya, when we were just another animal grouping, humans, walking through like the impalas, like the buffalo, like the lions. Wow. That was my moment.